Donald Trump brought the gold toilet into the RNC, into the party, and everyone thinks it's a pool. And they're just diving in.
And
they're just diving in.
But I mean, Eugene, they're diving in, and the poop toilet is full. It's not like they're diving in and it's empty. It's full.
It's ironic, since her ratings are in the crapper. So as we turn a corner on COVID, what new crisis is the media consumed with? Shark attacks, alien invasions, CNN's disastrous ratings, which are now officially lower than the odds that Kat's marriage lasts the month. Yes. No, the New York Times dives headfirst into the evils of bathing. Yes, bathing. COVID, they explain, has shown that bathing daily is not only unnecessary, it's evil. Pigpen is finally vindicated. I'm old. No wonder the media adores Antifa, the filthy scum, because it seems bathing harms the planet. Well, they could have said instead that bathing is racist, because most bars of soap are white. It's called ivory, not ebony, and that is racist. We'll be right back. The article starts by offering anecdotal evidence that the pandemic is causing people to bathe less. Their proof? Parents complaining about their smelly teenage kids. Talk about hard-hitting data. By that logic, the pandemic also caused acne and terrible taste in music. By the way, teenagers are like cheese. They're supposed to smell. So I've been told. Thank you. Then they cite a shabby British survey claiming 17% of Brits have stopped bathing. One look at Boris Johnson's hair would tell you that. So if Brits stop bathing, it raises the question, how could you tell? Was that before or after they stopped brushing their teeth? Maybe they just want to be French. Anyway, like all lame stories meant to scold you for being normal, they relied on people in their own circle to interview. Like Heather, a writer. Because who would a writer for the Times interview but another writer? God forbid they find a plumber or a stripper. Or a plumber who strips. That's someone who appreciates a good shower. Heather claims her shower use has fallen off by 20%. And her ability to find a date, 80%. I hope they fact-check this by smelling her armpits. But that does explain the other article about a decline in birth rates. So the science is settled. Heather stinks. But then the Times goes on to explain that daily showers are a new phenomenon growing out of the industrial age, perhaps like penicillin or indoor plumbing or missing fingers. They cite yet another writer. What's with the writers? Who's also an environmentalist. He bathes once a week. His tub must have more rings than Saturn. This is all good since reducing the use of soap helps the environment, as opposed to his underwear, which are probably funkier than Rick James. Currently. He explains how he would wash at the sink under our armpits and our privates. He's in his 60s. Last night I had a nightmare about Wolf Blitzer in front of a mirror using a toilet brush. So the Times built an article around a writer interviewing other writers about how they've given up looking presentable. Do they plan to ever leave the house again? For our sake, let's hope they don't. That's one way to get us all wearing masks. Then they guilt us by telling us that a typical 8-minute shower uses up to 17 gallons of water. Is that supposed to be a lot? It takes 920 gallons of water to make 1 gallon of almond milk, or to flush whatever Brian Stelter had for lunch. They also try to shame us for using soap because it's made of petroleum. This is all coming from a newspaper, which is made of trees. To produce each week's Sunday paper alone, it's estimated that 500,000 trees must be murdered, slowly cut down, dismembered, and turned into pulp by oil-guzzling power tools. The Times has been doing that since 1851. If trees could talk, they'd call the Times Hitler. And they'd probably sound like John Kerry. So once again, the superior minds at the Times tells us we're living selfishly. Don't bathe, they say, after screaming at us if we weren't constantly scrubbing up like we're doing surgery in a bus station restroom. But you just know not a single editor or writer ever complies with their own prescriptions. Just writing about it is their sacrifice. Do as I write, not as I do, they say. It's no wonder that while their editors claim not to take a bath, the paper actually is. It's elitism without a whiff of irony. And that's why their dirty drawers aren't the only thing that stinks. Period. Let's welcome tonight's guest. She's so southern, her horoscope sign is buttermilk. Fox Business Network anchor Dagan McDowell. Devil signs. He's the mayor of Handsome Town, population 1. Fox and Friends weekend co-host Pete Hegseth. If laughter's contagious, he'll make you double mask. Comedian Terrence K. Williams. And she's no longer harried now that she's married. She'll soon be buried. Fox News contributor Kat Piff. All right, so I have to go to you first, Pete, because you don't like washing your hands. I've seen you in the bathroom.
Today you saw me in the bathroom.
That is true. We had a nice little moment there.
Did.
It's like you really don't know what to say when you see somebody you know in a bathroom. Do you have a long conversation? What if there's somebody in the stall who overhears something?
But because of my reputation,
Yes.
I felt the need to clearly,
Yes.
openly wash my hands in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. But there's another weird side to you. You have these stenchy candles in your office to cover up your own stench.
Yes. Well, maybe I'm ahead of the curve on that. Maybe I've been showering a little bit less than most people on a regular basis.
So do you agree with this article?
It's weird to me. It's
Yeah.
really weird. First of all, your commentary about John Kerry, that picture, he looks like the trees from Lord of the Rings.
He does.
Is that what he really does.
Yes, yes.
Look close enough.
Do you know how you figure out how old he is?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
There you go. You would think if you're home, birth rates would be up
Right.
and showers would remain right where they are.
Right.
And maybe it's because the birth rate is down is the reason because people are showering less.
Yes.
How appealing is your non-showering
Yes.
husband or wife who's like, I'm just phoning in COVID.
Dude,
I'm done.
How many kids do you have?
I was gonna say you're doing your
7,
best to
and
keep
I'll
it
tell
up.
you this. I'll tell you this, and they stink.
Do they?
One day of a kid not showering.
Yes.
2.
Yes.
Then they take their shoes off and their socks off.
Oh,
disgusting.
Boys like tennis shoes. It's like a landfill filled with used diapers.
I've thrown them all in one shower.
Yeah, it's disgusting. That's why I don't have kids, Terrence. I'm not gonna. I can't stand smelly offspring. And if it were my own kids, I'd hate them even more for their smell, because they'd let me down. Terry.
Listen, I really think this is a liberal thing, okay?
Okay.
I think this is a liberal thing. Conservatives take showers now, okay? But maybe finally these liberals can start to smell their own crap,
Oh, gotcha.
okay? But listen, this is an excuse for them not to take a shower, okay? They want to save the planet, they want to save the water, and now they don't have to use soap.
Yeah.
So now we don't have to use animal products anymore.
Yes, that's true.
They want to find a reason. These people have not been taking showers before COVID. This is nothing new. Nothing new at all.
Yeah, and also it's like they really don't. It's great for them because they don't really socialize with other people, so they're just so. But you confessed yesterday that you stopped bathing.
Yeah, not stopped, but I bathe less. And I actually, on the weekends, if I'm not seeing anybody like Kat, I
Yeah.
will brush my teeth because the mask covers up halitosis. Like you can't, nobody knows. I mean, I'm alone with
Are you
two
wearing a
dogs.
mask alone, though? Smelling?
Well, the dogs really don't care. They smell like dog food. I love the idea. I read this article in the New York Times. You're making a face. Like
I'm still thinking about the not brushing your teeth. I mean, I would do that when I went away to camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't brush my teeth before this show because I left my hairbrush and I didn't realize it until like 10 minutes before the show, and I was like, oh crap. So I used my toothbrush to brush my hair. I had no other choice.
Yeah, groom your eyebrows too.
Yeah.
I read that article in the Times, and I love the idea of a liberal trying to signal how virtuous they are eye-watering body odor.
Yes, exactly.
Like the stronger the stench, the more progressive you are. Like so rank that you leave a vapor trail.
Yes, you know what it is? You're the whiff of woke.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's a cologne.
That
like,
is the whiff of woke is a cologne by Prince Machiavelli.
But think about it. I thought
But
about.
nobody remembers Prince Machiavelli.
I do.
I
Thank
don't know
God.
why
We're the
not in
same
my
age.
head. I have no idea
But
what
like,
you're talking about.
think about like a combination of smelling like Fritos, wet dog, and like steamy feet. What are you telling everybody else? That you're a vegan, that you work in an animal shelter, and I ride my bike everywhere.
Well,
And
also,
then-
you're an Antifa. If you have all that odor, you're probably an Antifa, which is the only group that will accept somebody who smells that bad. You know, Kat, before you got married, you were filthy. I used to.
She has cleaned up a little
No,
bit.
I would have to, after I'd walk into her office to talk to her about the latest things she screwed up, I would literally have to walk over things that I couldn't recognize.
It's still like that. I prefer cluttered. But actually, in the pandemic, I have to admit, I was not washing my hair. I was showering, but not washing my hair. Only when I was going to be on camera was I washing my hair. And all the, blogs are always like, don't wash your hair every day. So I was like, okay, blogs, I shouldn't. I believe you. But then when the show became every day, I started having to wash my hair. And I know this because after I went one day, I was going to come to work without washing my hair. And I asked Cam, do you think I get away with it? Some dry shampoo, I don't have to wash my hair. And you know what he said to me? He said, would you like me to tell you the truth? Which means I looked like a disgusting grease ball, and I did wash my hair, and you're welcome.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, if this... Go, Terrence, go.
No, I don't. I was gonna say it.
Oh, I said something.
Oh, you know what's funny? You guys look exactly
Yeah, we
alike.
do look alike.
It was just an honest mistake. Can I make a point?
Of course.
No, you go.
Your show. Yeah. The idea of bathing, is that still a thing?
Yes.
The idea of laying in your own scrubbedness, do you wash in a bath? Because I think we've advanced
I
from
think
bathing.
you cleanse emotionally in a bath.
But do you soap yourself down and then lay in the filth that you just soaped off?
No, it's something that always bothered me about that. It's like you're sitting in a tub of... The only people who do that are cowboys in Westerns. They're smoking a cigar, and they got their foot up, and they're like this, and there's like hardwood floors. And
I did that on Sunday, but I had my vape.
Did you shower afterwards?
I don't remember.
Do you have a spittoon in your bathroom?
No, but maybe I'll take that up.
By the way, before I move on, there was another article in the Times that we didn't get to. An editor, Times editor, suggested marking the end of the pandemic by everybody in America getting a week off. But in order for her to get the week off and everybody at the Times, restaurants would have to close, the bus drivers, stores, because nobody can work. So I'm thinking like only a writer can pretend to go off the grid so people who haven't worked for a year
I thought that was good at first because I'd like to take a honeymoon, but then it's like, okay, you can only go camping.
Yeah.
But I used to go camping growing up. I'd be down for camping. Like I never realized growing up, like, oh, cheap vacation, that's why. But whenever I bring it up to Cam, he's always like, why would I do that? I got paid to go camping. And then I just have to thank him for his service, and the conversation is over.
You can't put the cam in camping.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.